Today in Numbers chapter 22, we have one of the more surprising stories that we find in all the pages of the Bible. It's the story of Balaam and his donkey and an angel. There aren't many stories with talking animals in the Bible, and this is one of them, so I encourage you to read it. Balaam is riding his donkey, and basically an angel of the Lord with a sword in his hand appears before the donkey 3 different times, and each time the donkey veers one time into a field, and another time close to the rock and scrapes Balaam's foot, and the third time just lays down. And every time Balaam strikes his donkey, and then the donkey basically says to him, "What are you doing?" You can read it. But in verse 33, the angel says, "The donkey saw me and turned away from me these 3 times. If it had not turned away from me, surely just now I would have killed you and let it live." Wow. Don't text me or email me asking me how a donkey can talk. I don't have an answer for that question. It's surely a very surprising story. But one thing I take from it is the idea of how we need to pay attention to how God may be trying to communicate with us. And sometimes that may be even via animals in ways we can't fully understand. Just a few days ago, I was doing a committal service for a member of our church, and I was at Lower Road here in Brewster. It was a beautiful Saturday morning. I was standing at the graveside talking with his wife. His family was gathered there. We were waiting for 1 or 2 more people to arrive. And suddenly this really large bird, I'm not sure what type of bird it was. I couldn't identify it. It wasn't an osprey. It wasn't a type of hawk that I knew. But a very large bird came and just flew over us 3 different times. And the wife looked up at it, and for her it was a very touching thing. It was like her husband was sending her a sign that he was there with us. You just never know. So be open to the animals speaking to you. Notice them. It may be things like a butterfly or a rabbit or a bird or an owl. I've got an owl that is waking me up on a consistent basis right now, which on the one hand is very frustrating at 4 o'clock in the morning when you've got an owl hooing very close to your bedroom window. But it also makes me wonder, what might I supposed to hear or know from what I'm seeing? Keep your eyes open, because as Job says, even the birds of the air and the animals and the fish of the sea have things to teach us.